Hello, my name is Philip Ponche, and this is my educational video on dream interpretation for Course 3240, Assignment 4. Creative Commons license does apply for this original work. In 2004, I wrote Dreaming with Angels as a study guide for individuals to learn how to interpret the messages from their own dreams. My study guide is based on my own work with dream interpretation for over a 30-year period. This video will guide you through some of the basic concepts involved to interpret dreams. As a child, my dreams were very real to me. The dream world seemed to be as real as the physical world, and sometimes even more so. I had dreams of flying that were so vivid and frequent that at one point I tried to prove that I could fly. It's kind of amusing now to look back on that experience, but at the time it just highlighted how seriously I took my dreams. My view of the role that dreams play in our daily life grew out of my own spiritual journey to understand myself and to find a balance between the physical, spiritual, and emotional forces of life. I began to see a direct correlation between the dream messages I received and the spiritual lessons of daily life. Over the years, my dreams have given me comfort, understanding, they've brought solutions to my questions. Not too bad, considering that many people believe their dreams to be nothing more than the body's response to indigestion. In some ancient cultures, dreams were seen as a bridge or gateway between the physical and spiritual worlds. The dream world was viewed as a place to which the soul of a person travels to. The soul abandons the body during sleep and wanders at will among people and in distant places. The dream is the form in which the experience is registered. Science has debated the purpose of dreaming since they began studying the human mind. Although science has not agreed on the purpose of dreaming, they do agree that humans must dream to stay healthy. In my workbook, I align myself with ancient Eastern thought that dreams are a record of the soul's experience during sleep. It is not the body that requires sleep to restore itself, but it is our consciousness or soul that needs to rejuvenate itself during dream time. In my study of dreams, I have identified 5 unique purposes to dreams. I will outline 5 different types of dreams. By discerning the type of dream that you've had, you can narrow down your search for the message that applies to your particular dream. Although all dreams have symbolism in them, what I call a symbolic dream is usually a dream that it carries a message that is a direct response from the day's events. The symbols could include people, animals, inanimate objects, colors, and the emotions or feelings generated by the events taking place in the dream. Nightmares are dreams that stimulate our inner fears. The purpose of a nightmare is to shock us into taking a closer look at our fears in life and to do something about it. For example, in a nightmare where you're being chased, if you were to turn and face what it is that's frightening you, the nightmare would probably cease. Have you ever had a dream and then the event actually happened? This is called a precognitive dream. These dreams give us advanced knowledge of an event, so we are better able to accept the situation when it does happen. Advanced knowledge of a loved one passing is common in this type of dream. One way to distinguish this type of dream from others is that if you dream of something that is already in your future plans, then it could be a warning. One of the most inspiring types of dreams is what I call a clear dream. The purpose of these dreams is to draw your attention to a higher purpose in life. A teacher or guide may appear. It could be someone you already know, or it could take the appearance of an angelic figure or a wise person. These dream messages convey a sense of destiny and purpose. The repetitive dreams could come in the form of any of the 4 previously described. The repetitiveness of the dream impresses on the dreamer to acknowledge the message of the dream because it's important that they do. Once you figure out what the dream is trying to tell you, then it will usually stop. Everyone dreams, but not everyone remembers them. There are several techniques to help coax the memory of a dream. First is to set the intention to remember the dream. Just before sleep, visualize yourself waking up the next morning and remembering your dreams. Have pen and paper ready, and when you wake, you immediately write down any fragments of information you remember. Continue with this process until you begin to remember more and more of your dreams. In looking for the hidden meaning of dream symbols, we must discover what emotion or feeling we associate with each symbol in our dream. All of the symbols in a dream come from our own memory bank of prior experience. The dream story, with its plot, setting, characters, emotional charge, are all a reflection of our inner life. The language of dreams does not follow the language of our culture. The dream language is the language of our intuition. It speaks to us through feelings, visions, clear understanding, or premonitions. Analyzing the dream message through logic will result in a very limited interpretation of the dream. To find more success interpreting your dreams, I suggest learning to trust your intuition more. If you have used books to provide you with a list of symbols and their meanings, I recommend putting them aside. Since the symbols that show up in your dreams come from your own memory bank, then you are the best interpreter of their meaning. Create your own master list of symbols and their meanings as you interpret your dreams. Many times the same symbol will reappear in multiple dreams, and they could have a similar meaning. I would like to share with you an example of how a dream helps save a teenager's life. In 2004, the Associated Press reported a story from Redmond, Washington, about a teenager who was found alive in her wrecked car after being missing for 8 days. The 17-year-old girl was found alive in her car about 50 meters below the road. There was no police search since they felt she was most likely a runaway. Shah Noor, whose daughter is a friend of the teenager, found the missing teen in a wooded area where 200 volunteers had searched unsuccessfully the day before. Miss Noor said she dreamed about a wooded area and went to look with her daughter. Along the way, she said she prayed, "Let her speak to us." The main purpose of my dream study guide is to help people learn to consult and trust their own dream messages. As you work with your dreams consistently, you will begin to realize that you are the architect of your dreams. You are the creator, the playwright, the actor, and everything that shows up in your dreams. I hope that you've enjoyed this educational video, and happy dreaming.